almost forgot here. Oh dear, it has been a very busy, busy day. And I was kind of down at the beginning, and then I got busy, and then I was down a little bit, and then I got on call after call after call with people that just said, Sandra, just you've got this. And here I am. And that brought me to thinking about a fellow I heard on a reel or Instagram. I'm sorry, I don't have his name, but he was talking about the finite and the infinite. The finite and the infinite, if you will. The finite, which has an ending, and the infinite that carries on and on and on and on and on into infinity. And it was such a wonderful concept as I was listening to him. And it all came back to, how do we play this game of life? The finite, here we go, the finite sees an end. And there's an end in sight. There's an end to something. And when I think of that, I think of people when they retire and they say, oh, I've done my 35 years, same place, same job. I can't wait to retire. And that's an end to that. That's an end. And then they wonder what to do with the retirement. Oh, I was going to travel. Let's go do that. Now what are we going to do? You see? That means there was an end to something with nothing else that was continuing. Life didn't end, but living ended. And actually, when I see people who come in once in a while for financial planning and financial thinking, and they think it's 2 years, 4 months, 3 days, and 22 hours and 20 seconds, and I will be out of there. And then I say, and then what? I don't care. I just want out. Well, stop and think exactly what you're going to go on to, because if life is going to go on, there has to be some energy in your brain that says, I will get to do this and this and this, and I'm so excited. Not like, that's an end. You see the difference in it? So finite has an end. It's the end of something. But infinite, the infinite, keeps going because there's no end there. So there's no end to end. And that's the way I look at life for myself. Really, it is. You know, when people say, Sandra, how do you keep that grin on your face? How do you keep going? Like, what are you doing at this age, getting into another business? What are you doing? I'm living my life. I'm playing full out. And yes, there's things I want to have happen, but, you know, I'm having such fun on the journey that it doesn't matter. You see, and that's what I'm hoping, I'm inspiring in you. It doesn't matter. We have a vision and we're going for it. And the fun and the living is in the journey. There's another saying which says life is what happens when you're planning other things. Life is this moment and 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 this moment right now. Yes, we're making plans, we're seeing visions, we're having fun, but life is happening right now while you're making plans. And the ones that to me are the walking dead, the zombie of life, are the ones who don't even have their brain engaged in, what can I do? What can I do? Hobbies, activities, being out in the world, picking away at your computer, whatever it is, there's living to be done. So that's what the mindset is all about. The mindset for success is to recognize that if you've got a goal from here to here, that's fine. When it's finished, it's finished. But if it's a goal that's growing into the next step, you see, because the goal is way out there. And this one that's finished was just a little piece of the goal that's going on out there. It's going somewhere. When I'm singing a song, one of the lovely things I learned from my choir master, she had been to a training, and she said it was beautifully explained how one note flows into the next. I don't say, hey, 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 hey. I say, hey, 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 hey. It's going into the next sound. I love that sound. I don't say, I love that sound. And I've heard people sing that way because they thought that's what it was. But every time you sing a sound, you say a sound, it's going forward into the next. So when you make that goal way out there and you break it down into the little goals, yes, this one will be done, but it's me feeding and moving into this one, feeding and moving into this one. So there's not really an end. There's a change and an adjustment because infinite has no end to end. So the mindset for success is to recognize that nothing ends, and the mindset for infinite means to stay engaged. We stay in the game of life. That's what we do. Because the infinite game, that game of life, the one that never ends, conquers those dead ends. It can. I plan on saying, oh, she's up again. Look out, world. She's here again. And I imagine when I cross the veil on the other side, they're going to say, look out, she has arrived. Put your seatbelt on, Sandra's here. But really, it's about looking at life without that end. It's just another step moving into something. So the point of the game of life, in my opinion, is to keep playing, stay on the playing field, keep playing. And when we end and we quit, it's done. But why not just reassess, change, make adjustments, keep the excitement, and see that goal that you want to go to and move into it and move into it and move into it. And so often that's around how we communicate, how we speak. You know, if you go to link.sandrahawks.ca, there's a free communication quiz that lets you see how you're responding. How do other people receive your communication? We get to look at ourselves a little bit. But anyhow, it's freebie. You can go and take a look. But above all, do get on there, give a holler. Let's get on and have a talk, because there's so much more to life. And you can get the confidence and the clarity and create your life. It's Coach Sandra wishing you a wonderful weekend to think about what's the finite and what's the infinite, the infinite. And how do I want to live my life? What words do I want coming out of my lips? What words do I want my ears to hear? It's Coach Sandra, compassionate queen of straight talk. You can do it. You can have life. You can do it, and I can help. Happy weekend.